everyone, today I am going to build a Tic Tac Toe game. In the previous video, I have already built a weather app. So these are the smaller projects, but they teach us a lot of concepts. So now I am going to start into a new project. So here is my Visual Studio for the data. Here you can see here is the code source code for my weather app. And now in this video, I have created one new file with the name Tic Tac Toe. Let's start implementing the project. And I hope you all understand a lot of things with the help of this project. So here is my boilerplate code. So firstly, I am going to link my CSS file. So for that, you know very well that we will link relation style set, and with the help of extra tag, we link our CSS file. And at this time, I am also going to link my spec tag because in the middle we forget and we thought that we got an error. So simply I use src and here I write the name of index.js file. So now I am going to implement the method program. So for that I am going to take one main div. So inside this div I am going to take one h1 tag in which I write the heading of my game. So here I simply write h1 tag. So inside this h1 tag I simply write name of the game as Tic Tac Toe, and simply I take one div and I provide it class name container. And after that, I am taking one more div. In this div, I am providing class name. And after that, I take 9 button, and to all these 9 buttons, I provide the same class name as box. And after that, I multiply it by 9. So here it is dot. So here, let's again do this thing. These are the shortcuts. These are help us a lot to save our time. So I simply write here class name as box, and I simply provide here. You can see we get 9 boxes. Let's provide the document, and let's start providing the style. So simply I provide it padding 0, and I provide margin also 0. I provide box sizing and border box. And after that, to my body, I provide my whole body background color in a light of white blue. So let's provide our background color light blue. And after that, I am going to provide pixel line center. And after that, let's start provide the styling to our container. So in this container, I provide a height of 70 units. And after that, our game, I am going to provide it a height of 60 units. Because I want to divide my whole box in 3 parts, that's why I am providing styling of 60 units. So simply I am going to write this again because for the proper shoot of the video and our understanding, I am sitting in quite not very good position. That's why I am able to write properly. So let's do this topic and start implementing our project. So I provided height of 60 units, and I also provide the same width of here, not here, but here. I am going to provide it with 60 units, and again let's copy or let's leave, and to my box I provide height and width. In my box I am providing my height, and the height is 15 units. After that, I am also going to provide the width of 18 units. I provide it on size also. So I provide it on size of 9 units for the text which we write inside the div. So let's provide it. Let's write that, and I provide it display text, and I provide it an items center. I also want to provide it justify content center, and copy these 3 things, and I provide this same style installing to my computer. And now let's provide our box in background color. So I simply write here background color of this provide color like antique white. Let's see or white. So here let's start the server. Now you can see these are our 9 boxes. So now let's import these boxes. So here I simply put this is not container, this is container. So now let's see our boxes. So let's provide our boxes in there. So I provide my boxes there after the let's see our boxes and let's copy this from here and forward this to this theme. And you can see we get that let's make it 65 and make it 65 so that buttons line the same way. Let's provide our boxes in border radius so that it will look more beautiful. So I simply provide border radius of 1.25 rule and here remove this tag. So here is our boxes. I want to provide my boxes. This is the color. So now let's start implementing the logic. So let's do another thing for this box. Let's provide border 0 and outline is also 0 so that there is no extra space we will see now these boxes are looking quite good. So now let's do one more thing. So now let's start implementing the JavaScript to this project. Firstly, I am going to, or let's build one more thing for doing reset for me. I provided class reset and I simply write inside this button reset. So let's provide some styling to our reset. So I simply access my reset from here. I provided with the pixel, I provided height of 60 pixel. I provided border radius of 10 pixel. Let's copy these two things from here and paste it here. And let's provide our button background color of let's say marine and see our box. So here you can see our box is not properly visible. So let's provide it black so that it will visible properly. So here you can see I provide color white. So here you can see this is our reset button. So now let's change the color of our background so that it will visible in properly. So let's see. So these are our game layout. So now I am going to write the concept. So firstly I am going to extend my boxes with the help of query selector out. So simply I write argument that query selector and here I write all and here simply I write name of my classes at the button. So simply I take care of my thing. I access my reset button and simply with the help of argument of query selector I access my reset button. So simply I access my reset button. So firstly you know that in Tic Tac Toe game there are total player and each and every player got their chance one by one. So here I am going to take one player turn as turn 0 is equal to 2. Now here from my notepad I am going to take the winning position. So here from my notepad let's cut this and here is my notepad and I simply copy this from here and paste it here. So now I am going to do one more thing. I access my each box, so boxes dot for it. So my each box I simply do one thing. I apply the begin reset to my each box, and after that this is a click type event, and I simply do one thing. I think whenever any box is clicked, then it will print something, but before that we check if whether it is our first player or not. So simply if it is the turner or first player, simply I will box dot inner text and the side is text. I take the look and I make this 10 0 and equal to false, and simply I copy this two line, and here I write else, and here I paste it, and if this is the turner or second player, then I simply write here else. After that, we need to disable the box. What I will say, let's try to understand. So here in my building, you can see we are getting the new test. But again, when I will clicking this box, then it will again changing the value. But I do not want to change the value. So here I simply make box dot disable is equal to true. So now when I click again, there is no exchange offer. So simply I am going to provide my box the color black color so that it will visible in a good way. So I provide my box black color, so now you can see it is visible. So now I am going to call one function. So here simply I call my check inner function. Using this function we will check. So here I simply write const check inner, and simply after this check inner function or each and every pattern. So we will expect every pattern or pattern of rule patterns. We will expect the position. So here I simply to get position one value. So position one value is equal to axis, and after that here we will take pattern 0, and here after this is axis and this is pattern, and after that axis pattern and 0 position dot inner text. So we have extracted our inner text. So simply copy this whole line and paste it here again and again, so that we can able to get other position value also. So here I have taken position 1 value, and here I have also taken position 3 value. Here it is not 0, it is 1 position and it is 2 position. So now we write one condition: if our position 1 value is not equal to empty, and then our position 2 value is also not equal to empty, and again for the third position we write the same thing is not equal to empty. Then we write one more thing. Here I write one position if our position 1 value is equal to position 2 value, and then our position 2 value is equal to position 3 value. We simply print our winner. So I simply write the console.log our winner. It is inside the string. So let's play our game. So here you can see when I let's inspect this. Here you can see I am playing the game. So when I so this is the condition where no one will. So here you can see winner we got winner. And after this we will do one more thing. I simply print my positional value, but I want to print the winner in separate sections. So for that, I am going to create here one more div. So I write here message containers, container. Inside this message container, I want to take one more h1 tag. Inside this h1, I want to print my winner. And here again, I want to take one more thing. I want to provide it the class height. So now I want to take one more button. So when we click on this button, our game will be reset. This is new button, new, and here simply I write new button or simply write here new game. So let's start provide some styling. So let's see our here you can see our new game and winner. So simply do this or we can able to provide the concept. So firstly I am going to provide my height class display now. And now I am going to my index.js file, and in this index.js file I am going to call one more function with a name show winner. Inside this show winner I pass my position one value. Let's call this show winner function here. So simply I write const show winner is equal to inside this show winner I pass my winner. Let's access our message container here. Let message container is equal to document dot query selected. And this is our message container dot message container, and also I want to access my this message. So simply I click here let message is equal to document dot query selected. I simply write here message. So now inside our this I simply write in my console that or simply I write message dot inner text. I write my winner. So here inside this dot tip I write winner each, and inside this side I pass my winner. So let's see, and after that I make my basis container dot style dot display dot display is equal to drop. So now let's play the game and see the output. So here let's see what will happen. So here as I include, so here we are getting some error, but we already get our message dot text is not a function. So let's see why we are getting this error. So simply let's see, go to our message. So here it is our message, and I am going to simply provide my message container. Actually, there is no need to provide this double bracket inside this. Or simply I am going to write inside this message document text. I am going to write again the same thing, or let's simply do the same thing, but here is required equal sign because if the equal required, it will like a function. So now let's again create again. So now here you can see we have got our winner. But now if I again started to play, then again it is visible. So I simply do one more thing. I call one more function as disabled boxes. So here I again call my disabled boxes, and inside these disabled boxes for sub boxes, I simply provide box.disabled is equal to true. So now when we again click, we are not able to create again. So here you can see the when I create there I am not able to click. So now I want to do one more thing. I simply take one more. I simply copy this whole thing and I paste it here. And I this time I provide it enabled boxes. And now this files. Now let's start building our reset. So let reset button is equal to inside this reset button. And now inside this reset button, I am going to do one more thing. So let's try to implement our reset button concept. So I simply make my laptop is not charged, so if it will close, I will charger. So I simply make one more reset again. And here I am going to inside this I am going to make my time 02 and again I call my enabled boxes. So here I simply I do one more thing. I simply do my message container dot style dot display to none, and I simply add event listener to my reset button. So reset button dot add event listener. This is the event listener after I click, and I simply call my reset again here, and I copy this again and we again paste it here. Let's copy this code. Now it is let's access our new game button. So I simply access my new game button. So here let's see. We can let me btn is equal to tap new dot query selector. I simply write here new dot new. So I simply do one thing. Here I write new complete our project. So here in this project I hereby mistakenly write all, but it is not all because we are accepting just a single button. So now am going to add one more thing. If I click on the reset button, then my box's data is also become empty. So I simply write proxy dot for each, and for each box I want that my box will become empty. So I simply write box dot text is equal to empty. So now let's play the game and see what will be the result. So here you can see when I click on the reset button, so my box is also become empty. So this is how I have implemented the project. Thank you. Complete our project. So here in this project, I have by mistakenly write all, but it is not all because we are accepting just a single button. So now I am going to add one more thing. If I click on the reset button, then my box's data is also become empty. So I simply write proxy dot for each, and for each box I want that my box will become empty. So I simply write box dot text is equal to empty. So now let's play the game and see what will be the result. So here you can see when I click on the reset button, so my box is also become empty. So this is how I have implemented the project. Thank you.